First off, I hope you guys had a really nice Christmas, and I want to wish you guys a Happy New Year. It is the holiday season, which means that the holiday movies are out. One of the big blockbusters out right now is Star Wars, The Rise of the Skywalker. And this is the last of the Skywalker saga. So I'm really excited to see this. I have heard some reviews on it. Nothing spoilerish. I've seen the scores. It's tracking well, but not, Marvel well. It's not tracking like in the 90th percentile. I think it's in the 80th percentile. But still, at the same time, screw those critics. I want to form my own opinion and then go ahead and tell you guys how you think I should think about it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just going to tell you my opinion and then you guys make up your own mind. But I'm excited. Let's go see this movie, and then I'll be right back in just approximately 2 seconds to let you know what I think about Star Wars, The Last Skywalker, or whatever it's called. I don't know. It's right over here. All right. See you guys in just a few seconds. Bye. So guys, I just got done watching the film. Here's the basic plot. Now, I'm a pretty dumb guy, so you can point out in the comments where I got the plot wrong. But here's the thing. It is basically, we have this like device that helps the antagonist and protagonist of the story, Rey and Kylo Ren, respectively, get to this place where there's this like Sith army that's waiting for them to command and take over, the Empire, the New Order, or whatever they're calling themselves now. So it's basically the whole movie is just them, struggling to get this device and then a race to this planet, this uncharted planet, this is uncharted region of space. Now, being the end of the Skywalker saga, it gave us a couple answers that were set up all the way throughout the last three movies, last two movies leading into the third movie, and they were adequate and they were satisfying. They gave a great plot for this movie, and I enjoyed this movie. Here's the fatal flaw of all three of these new Star Wars movies. I'm gonna try something right here, and then I want you guys to be honest with me and let me know what emotions you feel when I say these names. I'm gonna go ahead and say Luke, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewie, C-3PO, even Lando. Okay, so. Like I said, honestly, I want you to remember those feelings that you had when I was naming those names. Let me try something else. Rey, Finn, Poe, BB-3, Rose to a certain extent. Did you feel the same feelings you had for those original characters? Here's the deal. This is my theory, and you can tell me how wrong I am. Star Wars, when it was created, we're not getting any better of a movie with like Force Awakens or The Rise of the Skywalkers or The Last Jedi. We're getting the same caliber of story. I think Star Wars came out at just the right time. We needed some really epic science fiction movie of that time, and it hit us exactly in the right way, where we all got to know these like iconic characters, and we turned them into iconic characters. Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. We all have emotional ties to these characters. When I say the names Rey and Finn and Poe, we just don't have the same emotional tug that we have with the original characters. And I think the writers and producers and even the directors, J.J. Abrams and whoever the other gentleman was, they knew this. And that's why we got so many of the retro characters being introduced into these movies, like Lando in this movie, or Princess Leia was one of the main characters the last movie. The first movie, and Luke. In the first movie, we had Han Solo was a main player of that movie. We had all these characters introduced into these characters. And I think that's what they were trying to remind us of, the emotional tie we had with the story. It just, I don't feel the same gravity I do with the original three, 4, 5, and 6. I just don't. And halfway through this movie, I was kind of bored. I was bored, and I was just waiting to see how this wrapped up. Now, again, I'm not going to say this is a bad movie, and I was completely bored, and I was a waste of my time, because it wasn't. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the climax, the conclusion we came to the end of the movie. It just didn't strike me as strongly. It didn't have the same emotional tug that the original three do. Because of my emotional involvement in those characters, the original three movies, on a whole, I would have to grade it as a solid 90 to 95%. Even though, like, Return of the Jedi wasn't the best movie in the world, I still enjoyed it and have fond memories of watching those movies. When I look back on these movies, unfortunately, I find them very forgettable. So, as far as the grade goes, this movie looked really nice. It gave us, as fans, a lot to remember from the first movies, and a lot to cheer for these movies. It was just not the same. And therefore, I'm going to go and I'm going to grade this at 85. It was a solidly produced movie. The writing on it was understandable, and it was just forgettable. So an 85% is basically the highest grade I'm going to give this movie. Go ahead and argue with me. I want to hear your guys' arguments on why I'm so wrong about this, but it just didn't have the same emotional ties as the original three. All right, well, that's it, guys. That's my review of Star Wars, The Rise of the Skywalker. So I guess it's just time for me to go home. I've been getting into my Disney Plus. I've never done my video. I promised you guys a video, but I never did it. I've been watching a crap ton of Simpsons. I'm like on season 11 now. And I think we've had it for about a month now. I've watched 10 seasons in about a month. Yeah. But Netflix has gotten some really good shows coming out. I'm a little late in getting on it, but I love Atypical. Atypical is a show that you guys should be watching. If you're not, just do yourself a favor. Smart writing. It's half-hour shows, so it's easy to watch and to consume. But over the Christmas break, we got a real treat. We were given the second season of Lost in Space, and if you guys haven't watched this, I would do yourself a favor. Watch this. It's cinema quality production, and the writing's really slick and fun, and the characters I love the characters in this, and I feel the emotional tie I didn't feel to the characters in this movie. So if you're not watching Lost in Space, if you haven't watched the first season, go back and watch the first season, and then go and watch this one, because I'm halfway through this season, and it's as good as the first season is. So, Lost in Space, guys, I would totally recommend that. As far as The Rise of the Skywalker, I would recommend it, but I would recommend it for a home viewing. It's nothing I would rush out and watch. That's it, guys. All right, we're waiting for the 2020 to come out so we can watch the next batch of Marvel films, and then we'll roll on from there. Hopefully, this summer will bring some really good movies. All right, guys, I'm out of here. As always, I want to wish everybody peace, Montanay. I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.